Hi Stampers, it's Madeline from stampwithmadeline.com, and today we're going to be making coasters using Stampin' Up! Products, and I'm so excited to show you this. We are going to be using just the plain white field tiles. So I've seen tutorials with the stone tiles and also these tiles, but using paper. So I'm going to teach you how it is possible to make coasters using these flat white field tiles. So let's get started. What you're going to need, I got these right at Home Depot, just regular white plain field tiles. You want to wipe them off so that they're nice and clean, so that you don't get any extra residue on them that you don't want on your stamp. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is black StazOn. So you need permanent ink, and I like the StazOn the best. And I also got Timber Brown StazOn from a craft store. You can get that anywhere. What we're going to do first is we're going to sponge the whole back with brown StazOn, because as you can see, we will use Mod Podge as our clear coat on it so that you can put wet items on it, like your cups. It takes off some of it, and I like that look because I think it makes it antique looking. Some people don't, which is totally fine. I think you could use the clear solvent spray to give it a seal on it, but I have not used it, so I am not giving any promises that that'll work, but I like the antique look. So what we're going to do is take your brown, Timber Brown StazOn, and we're going to be using a sponge. So I like to cut my sponges into pie shapes like this. I take a scrap piece of white paper, write what it is, and staple it on, so I can just save them all in a baggie and keep reusing them. And you can hold on to this so that you don't mess up your hands as much. So I'm going to swipe on this and really press to get enough ink on here, and I'm going to do swirls. So you want to cover the entire back of your tile, or entire front of your tile. So you want to keep going back to your ink pad, and you're just sponging this fully on. This is permanent ink, so just be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to get it on anything you don't want to not be able to get it off of. So just sponge it all on so it looks nice and even. Okay, so you're done with the brown. So you can put that away. Now it's up to you what stamp set you want. I'm going to use Beautiful You because that's one of my favorites right now. And I'm going to do some of the ladies in it. So here it is. It comes in 2 sets. I'm going to use the lady with the umbrella because she's the one I have not used yet. And I'm just going to put her on a block. Okay, and again, you'll want to use black permanent StazOn. I'm going to pat, pat, pat on this just to get it fully inked. Let's do it this way. Really push when you're patting so that you can get a nice crisp image. Now this is going to be the hard part, but you can do it. I know you can. Make sure it's fully inked. This is where you really need to concentrate and get right down onto the tile. So you'll want to put both your arms down on your workstation. That way you can be stabilized. So put both arms down. You'll have to do this very slow. It will slip and slide. So you have to go in knowing that. You'll want to put full pressure on it and kind of rock it a little bit so that you get a full crisp image. But again, just stabilization is the most important key here. So I'm just going to lower it down and put pressure on it, rock it back and forth a little bit, and lift up. And there we are. So it's not going to be as a clean, crisp image as on a card, but you can do it. I would practice a few times, just stabilizing yourself, and do it on something slippery like acetate, or even like you could practice on cling wrap, but just so that you kind of get the feel for the slipperiness. I had some questions about removing the ink and starting over. I've never done that. These tiles are about 16 cents each if you buy them in bulk, so I think it's okay to start over if you need to. The important key is just waiting a few seconds for each layer to kind of dry as you go. So we did the brown, we did the black, and now what I use is I use Sharpie markers to color it in because it needs to be permanent. So I'm going to go and do the sentiment while this dries so that we can color it in. I'm going to do "The Life Looks Beautiful on You." So there's that stamp. So again, the same technique. We're going to do black stays on. So just tap, tap, tap on the black stays on. Just make sure that it gets fully inked. Okay, put both arms down on the table and just slowly put it on. Press it and lift up. So again, that might be a little messy for you, but it's okay because when we put the Mod Podge on in the end, it really takes away any flaws that you're worried about. You can go back with the black permanent marker and go over it. What just happened is the stamp fell off on me. So you can put a little bit of adhesive on these red rubber stamps on the back so that it will stick to your block and not fall off. That is what I recommend because they always tend to fall off on me. Okay, so now that our sentiment is done, let's color in the lady here. So you will get some black ink on your markers, but what you want to do is just color on white paper after you're done with this to kind of get off that excess ink. So what I do is I just take a scrap piece of paper and I color it like this, twirl it around like you're cleaning a blender pen, and everything comes off. I'm just finishing. I want to color this all in. And I'm going to give her a blue umbrella. And you can always go with the black permanent marker again and kind of go in and get the details more crisp on there if you want. So I'm going to leave it like that. So what you want to do is kind of put everything away and let it dry just for like 60 seconds. Okay, so once you've waited the 60 seconds, then you can go over it with Mod Podge. So I have this big bottle of it. I use our sponge and I just wash it, and it has worked fine. So what I'm doing is I'm just dipping this in and getting like a whole clump onto the sponge. That's all you really need. And then we're just going to go, you want to go in the same stroke method. So I'm going to just guide this up and down on it. And this will dry clear. The less you do with it, the better. You're not going to lose all that brown if you just do like a quick coat like this. There you go. And then that's finished. So that will dry clear and you'll be done. I would rinse out your sponge so that you can use it over and over again with your Mod Podge. And that is as easy as it is. So as you can tell, practicing makes it better. So as you can tell with my past ones, like this one, all the brown came off, just about. This one, not as much came off, but it still didn't turn out like I wanted. And here, almost all the brown is on, which is what I'm going for. So even, you can see that white milky kind of finish on it right now. That'll completely dry and it'll be nice and clear. And what's nice about it is this is super easy where you can make like 6 of these and give it as a Christmas gift. So I hope you liked this. I would let this dry for about an hour before you try to touch it and see if it's dry. But this is what the finished product is, and you can touch it. It doesn't scrape away. You could put a wet glass on it and it will be fine. They're a perfect gift to give away. And you could use any stamp set that you want. I just love the Beautiful You stamp set with all the ladies. So I had to use that. So give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll have lots of different tutorials every single week. I have my website up now, stampingwithmadelyn.com. I'll have all the products links on there that I used. Please leave a comment below. I love the conversation that continues after this. All the details will be on my blog. So for now, keep stamping, stampers. Bye.